Standup Mullarkey Army, pride of the Central Coast, the hooligan. Jamie Mullarkey is back with a win over an OG of the fight game, Michael Johnson. How are you, bro?
Good, bro. Good. Feeling good.
Man, it was a big win, man. This guy, I don't know if everyone understands the gravity of the win. This guy's such an OG, man. Looking at his history, he's been fighting for, a good, what is it, about 14 years or something. He's fought the best of the best. He's fought, Kahbib Nurmagomedov, Nate Diaz, Beneil Dariush. He also beat Tony Ferguson, Joe Lauzon, Gleison Tebow, Edson Barboza, Dustin Poirier. So he's a real gunman. How did it feel stepping up to a guy like that?
Yeah, man, it was like I was kind of thinking that going into the fight, but thinking, I know he's going to be so experienced and so calm and so because he's been there so many times. But yeah, it was just a big step up in competition, and I felt like I was fine, and I belonged in there with him. So it was good.
Yeah, definitely belonged in there with him, bro, from the start, and was there anything you noticed from him that because of his experience and his speed as well, what do you sort of notice out of him that would be different from some of your other fights?
Probably like when he conserved his energy in the second, which it kind of gave me the round because I was just attacking the whole round. But it was funny. I was in the hospital with him after, and we were having a chat. And I asked him, I was like, bro, when you're like in there and you're kind of fatigued, and were you kind of letting me like gas myself out? Like, because I had you hurt and I was like just hitting him with elbows and knees. But I was thinking when I was doing it, I was thinking he can't be this hurt. Like he's not, he's not doing nothing back. But I think he was like just because he was a little bit tired and a bit fatigued, he was just rolling with the shots just a little bit just to stay out of harm's way, and then letting me like kind of gas myself out. So that was a little trick that he had up the book. But yeah, other than that, man, it was just the same, just tough fight. But yeah.
What was your strategy? Like it looked like that first sort of round you were targeting that lead leg man, and you were landing in some nice you were staying away from his left hand too, like you see you circling, targeting his leg, just trying to slow him down with the old something similar you've done in the past, smashing those leg kicks in and looking for the punches.
Yeah, for sure. We wanted to slow him down with those leg kicks, and I think it worked. It worked pretty well. Like slowed his movement down a lot, and just like kind of upset his rhythm. It really upset his rhythm because boxing with Johnson is he's fast, So I was happy to box with him, but I wanted to mix up the attacks, which seemed to work.
That's it, man. There was a banger of a first round, man. Both of you guys swinging for the fences, and you got caught with that right hook left hand from him. How did it feel at that point, man? Like, did you feel like rocked, or you felt all right, composed pretty quickly again?
Nah, it was like a flash knockdown. So it stunned me for a second, and then even on my way down, I was sweet. Like, so I wasn't that hurt by it, but it did kind of check me and go, fuck, he's fast.
Yeah, man. And then you threw up through the exchanges after that, you threw up the head kick, which was a bit of a story for the rest of the fight because fuck, I don't know how he stayed up with those head kicks, man. You hit him through the gloves and even past the gloves on the head a few times. And in that case, you hit him, which just also looked like it stunned him a bit, and you followed up with the cross left hook, kind of the opposite of what he threw, and dropped him back. So that must have been a good one to get that back in the first round, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's what stole me that first round, I think, because I actually watched the fight back again today.
Yeah,
I watched it before, but then I watched it again today, and because it was a close fight, I wanted to, really hone in and see who won that first round because it's obvious I won the second, he won the third, and it could really come down to that first round. And for the first 3 minutes, I was like a lot busier. I was a lot busier than him. Strikes up and down the body, like you said, the leg kicks, the shots to the gut. I hit him with a lot of jabs. And then he stunned me. And then after he stunned me, he didn't really do anything else with it. And then I got back up. We start boxing again. And then I stunned him. And after I stunned him, I really like went to work. I was trying to finish the fight, and I was elbowing, and Nate got up, started kneeing, and then we had that crazy little exchange at the end. So yeah, it was. I think that's what stole me the round for sure.
Yeah, man. And talking about like flurrying and smashing each other, that round two, like you said, you came out strong, actually controlling the round really well. And you went to take him out. You were doing the Mullarkey flurry. You had him on the side of the cage, smashing him. I thought he was going to go down, but like you said, he's a resilient guy, right? Like it might have been partly, rolling with a couple of the punches, but I think it was pretty close, that one, don't you think?
Yeah, and that's all it was. He was like just slightly rolling with him just to kind of absorb the full power or the full brunt of the shot. But yeah, that was a big kind of learning curve for me too, because it taught me that like don't blow your wad too soon, because these guys like at this level, no one's gonna lie down and quit and want a way out. And I thought that's what he was doing. I thought he was looking at me like when you fight someone, a lot of the time when they want a way out, they're kind of giving you signs. And that's what I thought he was doing. I thought he was like, he wanted out. So I was like, all right, like go to work and then get the finish. But he was just hanging in there, like letting me go for it. So yeah.
And when you mentioned blowing your wad, man, like you must have gone back to the corner that round going, fuck, man, I've just expended like most of my fucking energy then. How did you feel sitting down there? You feel all right, or you feel like you're going to get your energy back, or you're beat?
Yeah, no, I felt all right. And then I just had a slow start to the third round, which kind of led me back into the fight. Just in that sense, and like even on that third round, I feel like he outvolumed me, but I was never hurt. I was never in a bad way. I was just a little bit slow starting on that round. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The last part of that last round, probably the last minute or so, you came good again. You were landing some good shots, and you still landed some big head kicks, man. Like, did that surprise you that you landed those head kicks and he didn't go down? Because it was just some decent kicks to the head, right?
Yeah. No, there was a couple where I was like, oh man, why don't you just drop to one of these? But nah, he's tough, man. He's a tough guy. And the head kick that I was throwing was not really a power kick too. It was more of like a little flare, setting it up with the hands first. So it was more of a disguised kick, which is why it was landing, but it doesn't have as much power as a full power roundhouse kick. But yeah, that's another reason why it probably didn't put him out.
Yep. Man, and at the end of the thing, obviously lucky to get it, split decision. So it was a close one, 29-28, 2 for you and 1 for him. Felt good to get the win, I imagine. And afterwards, like, heard you giving him a lot of respect, for who he is in the sport and that. You could hear you saying he's an OG in the sport. So yeah, it was good to see, eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, there's it was he's a good dude. There's no, and like you said, that decision, it's one of those ones, like a split decision that come down to the first round, could have gone either way of who's in the judge's seat. And I think I did enough for sure. And yeah, then that got me the win. But yeah, massive respect to Michael Johnson, man. It was like a real honor getting in there with him.
Hey, during part of it, the commentators said you're Volk's teammate. Even though you're from Central Coast MMA, you do a lot of work with the boys down at Freestyle MMA. Do you class yourself as kind of like a teammate? Because it kind of pretty much are, right? Although you are out of Central Coast MMA.
Yeah, for sure. I consider Freestyle MMA team. Like we've done the last couple of camps alongside each other, and like when that's what it comes down to. Like the best guys in Australia kind of going under the one roof and helping each other get ready for fights. So, and that's a big credit to Volk as well. He's done that for a few of his camps where he's flown guys in from Australia, and I've never really done that before, where like you're getting the best of the country, the best guys. It might be just a guy from each gym or something, but it's going to level everyone up for sure.
That's it, mate. All the boats rising together, man. That's a good thing, eh? And
Yeah.
you mentioned also in your speech about thanking the Wrestling Foundation and Gracie Barra. They're both on the Central Coast, are they?
Yeah, they're my team on the Central Coast. We've got Ross Pearson runs the MMA, the mixed martial arts, and then we've got the Wrestling Foundation. Gary Jones, he's a folk style wrestler from the US, from Jersey, so he's fucking loves his wrestling. And Gracie Barr have been helping me out heaps as well, and that's our little team. And we got a good thing going on the Central Coast here.
That's awesome, man. And you got fight of the night, bro. Anything with the cash, or you just put it in the bank?
Yeah, just putting it in the bank, mate. Putting it in the bank. It's yeah. You just take those as the little bonuses when they come. But yeah, I'll just try to save that for a rainy day.
That's the way, man. You got to think of the future too, right? So it's a good thing. Chuck it away or do something good with it. Yeah, man.
And like that 50K doesn't go too far. Like after we get taxed, like it's it sucks. Everyone's like, oh, 50K is like, well, not really. You don't see much of it by the end of it.
Yeah, that sucks, eh? That sucks. Maybe they should change it to something else that you can.
Man, we shouldn't get fucking taxed on our bonus money, man.
Nah, and hopefully it evens out a bit at the tax time, bro, because it comes in a lump, right? So they tax you harder, yeah. Yeah, bro. So what's next for the year? Ideally, in an ideal world, what will you be doing for the rest of 2022?
I'm straight back into it, man. I'm healthy, no injuries. And yeah, I'll be looking to get back in there before the year's out for sure.
Eyeing any potential opponents, bro? Or are you just open to whatever comes your way?
I'm open to whatever, man. I just want to fight guys higher up the ladder than me, like we all do. We all want those big fights, and yeah, that's I just want to fight anyone.
Awesome, bro.
If I could choose Paddy Pimblett, but I'm never gonna get that fight.
That'd be sick, bro. That'd be sick. I'd love you to get that fight. Just be fucking cool to see, bro. You never know, bro. Never say never. You don't know, eh? Cool.
Never say never, but yeah, I think they'll keep him safe.
Yeah, it seems to be. They're doing the smart thing, bro. They're bringing him up the right way just to give him a bit of experience first before they start testing him, eh?
Yeah.
That's it. I heard you mention Jalen Turner. That's a fight you reckon you could get again. Is that something you'd like to do in the future again?
For sure. Yeah, no, that like I always want the fights that I've lost. Yeah, I definitely want that fight back.
Yeah, man, it was a good fight up until that point, but yeah, it'd be interesting if you guys fought again. Actually, I'd like to see him fight someone non-Aussie and Kiwi for a change because he always seems to be fighting our lads.
Yeah, he's got something against us, man.
That's what I said to him, bro. Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, thanks for your time. Good to see you successful again, bro. And we want to see your next fight as quickly as possible. So yeah, just stay in tune for the next fight, and good luck with it, bro.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Toby.
Thanks for your time, bro.